on the Dalton, there are certain chunks of the road that have names. This particular hill right here is called Beaver Slide. When a hill is named Slide, it kind of takes out the mystery of how it got its name, but it's the truckers that drive up and down this road, they give these hills these names. Alright, so this Coldfoot Camp, I'll take you to the little sign over here. So, sign greeted individuals as they arrived at pipeline construction 1 mile west of here. We salvaged the sign as the original camp was being dismantled. We're just about 55 miles north of the Arctic Circle on the east bank of the middle fork of the Yukon River at the mouth of Slate Creek, which drains to the east. Site of a former gold mining community of Coldfoot, which was built here at the turn of the century. Original town Coldfoot got its name in the summer of 1900 when one of the waves of green stampeders got as far as Koyukuk at this point, then got cold feet, turned around and ran. The settlement consisted of 1 gambling hall, 2 raid houses, 2 stores, and 7 saloons. In about 1912, the miners relocated to Wiseman, 11 miles north of here. Coldfoot is a temporary camp built in 1970 to accommodate 260 workers during the construction of the Alaska Highway, and up to 450 workers during the construction of the Trans-Alaska Pipeway. The altitude here is 1,062 feet, according to that. But I'll give you a quick tour of Coldfoot Camp. And I have my heated gear on, and I am already warm. I'm gonna have to turn it down. That's a good problem. Oh my lord, that's a good problem. I'll take that problem all day. Anyway, just kind of interesting things here, like like over here, this these snowcat vehicles, pretty interesting. Yeah, and yeah, I'm real comfortable on dirt and mud now. That fancy long trailer that you see right there, that is that's where I slept last night. Spartan at best. At best. It was awful and expensive. The hotel in Prudhoe, which is about 245 north of here, that is like 165, something like that, and it's like a hotel room. It's not like a room in a trailer. Crazy. Anyway. Okay, so I'm just going to drive across the street to the Arctic Interagency Visitors Center. I mean, granted, it's only 7:15 at the moment, and I hope that they're not open, frankly, just so I could just drive through, look at the building, and say, oh, that's what the building is. Yeah, so this is it. There are some things to learn here, I'm certain. They do movies and things like that at night, and there's a little walking trail that gets you from Coldfoot to over here. So, oh yeah. And here's some information about the rules of the road for Dalton Highway, sorry. Yeah. Great. Okay. I've read all those. Yep. Super. Okay. Anyway, well, there is certainly plenty left of Alaska to see, but you'll notice again this morning that giant orb up in the sky smiling down on me. I am not kidding, the most blessed rider I have ever heard of in my life. I have, sure, there are problems with the motorcycle. I broke both of my fork seals yesterday because, well, I broke one day before yesterday and then one yesterday, because what's better than having one fork seal broken? Having both. That way they're even at least. Anyway, but other than that, the weather's been absolutely amazing. I've had some spitting rain, a little bit of sleet, not bad. But like literally 10 minutes of it. I've ridden through enough fog that it messed up my my face shield and my windshield. But it's been really really remarkable weather-wise. And if you're looking at this Dalton Highway saying, oh, it doesn't look so bad, it's paved. Only for the next couple miles is it paved. It turns to absolute crap again, southbound. It's not quite as bad as north of Coldfoot. North of Coldfoot, it's god-awful. But anyway, yeah, just be prepared. So at the Coldfoot Camp, there were 3 BMW adventure bikes there. One of them had a flat tire, and they were part of a moto tour. I think that's what it was actually called, a Moto Quest, sorry. And one of them had a flat tire, and I was like, ooh, that sucks. So anyway, tough for them, but you've got to be ready to be self-reliant out here. And there I am. Check it out. Woo! Hey, Shadow, with me everywhere. Anyway, I hope that you are having a great morning too today, and I hope that you still enjoy these crazy videos of mine. Yeah, okay. Sometimes I think I'm seeing gravel and I don't, and so I slow down like, oh, here we go. But no. Alright, well, I will check in later, probably at the Yukon River, and I hope that you all have a great day. Well, here on still another small section of paved Dalton Highway, the as the sun comes over the mountain here, it really does hit these potholes that I completely couldn't see the other day, and so I'm able to avoid them today. Now, right now, I'm in the shade of this mountain, but before, I, just riding along, just throws quite a bit of shade across them, so I could tell where the potholes were. And also the sky is crystal freaking clear, which means it's cold. It's about 35 degrees right now. I am wearing my heated gear and I'm enjoying it immensely. I am so comfortable. Oddly, the only thing that's not warm on me is the back of my calves. I think the wind is coming up the back of the heel of my riding suit, and and just on the back of my calves, to the point that now they feel hot. It's that kind of cold. Anyway, but wow, I'm excited to get back to civilization, get the motorcycle cleaned off. I had said, oh, I'm not going to clean this bike until I get back to Atlanta or whatever. No, I'm washing this thing. I'm washing it as soon as I get back. I cannot handle it being this filthy. It's so dirty that just to be near it makes me filthy. I get dirty just putting my luggage back in the saddlebags. So it's not good. Not good. Anyway, so I'm looking forward to getting it cleaned up, at least the top layer off, and then I'll spend the next couple of days, as I travel further, I'll get to a proper car wash and you know, spend some time with a rag and really get it good and clean. Cleaning my bike is a great way for me to know what exactly is wrong with it. And other than the 2 fork seals up front, I don't know of anything else wrong with the bike right now, but I will find out. I did lube the chain this morning. It was muddy and in need of cleaning, and at least it got lubed, so that's good. And yeah, wow, look at this pretty valley, and look at those potholes. Not bad. It's funny, the potholes on the asphalt actually pose more of a threat than the potholes in the dirt, because the sharp edge of the far side of the pothole that you're hitting will actually pinch a tire to the point that it will pop. But here is the South Fork of the Koyukuk River. Okay. Wow. I'm sure there's a bear out here looking at me. I'm sure of it. Koyukuk River. It just sounds fun to say. I'm sure I'm not saying it right. Anyway. Well, here on the south end of the Dalton, just popped up over a mountain crest and saw this huge valley in front of me. That's, I believe, the Yukon River Valley. I believe that's what it is, because that looks like the Yukon over there. I'm having to keep focusing on the road, which surprisingly is still paved, but yeah. Huge sky today, beautiful. Man, I cannot tell you how fortunate I am to have weather like this. Everyone has told me, oh my gosh, weather on the Dalton, oh blah 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 blah. And yeah, I'm sure it can be bad, but the sun always shines on Hawk Hagaback. I don't know why, but I sure am lucky. I think that little low cloud over there is actually a small forest fire, or maybe a couple of campfires or something. I don't think it's actually a ground cloud, but I guess we'll find out, because it looks like the road comes really close to that. But wow. Whew. This is quite a road, but please don't ever ride it. Go somewhere else. There's a lot more scenic roads in this state. Alright. On the Dalton, there are certain chunks of the road that have names. This particular hill right here is called Beaver Slide. When a hill is named Slide, it kind of takes out the mystery of how it got its name, but it's the truckers that drive up and down this road, they give these hills these names. Like this particular one, I was told last night that when they start over the top, they actually come down on the left side because it's smoother. So it's important to know as a motorcyclist, if you're riding up Beaver Slide, and it is quite a change in elevation here. If a truck comes over the top, you can expect them to be in your lane. And instead of me swerving left, I would just move to the right and come to a stop. Oh boy. Oh my gosh. There's a good bit of loose dirt on the road. I don't know what that's from, but, well, I guess it's from the earth, but golly. This bike just pulls and pulls and pulls. I'm so impressed with it. Oh man. And that, my friends, is the top of Beaver Slide, and this sign right here should say something to the effect of Beaver Slide. Sure enough. Well, it's supposed to say Beaver Slide, but doesn't quite. Anyway, That was Beaver Slide, and this is the top of the mountain. And here we go down the other slide of Beaver. I don't know. There are 5 jokes, and none of them are appropriate for YouTube. All right. Well, there you go. Beaver Slide. So those potholes are really, really deep. And the far ends of the potholes, oh, son of a, I missed it. The far ends of those potholes are very sharp, and that is what flattens tires. So you want to avoid slamming your bike into those. And the fact that my front shocks are shot, I'm pretty sensitive to jamming my front wheel into those big craters, because I feel it in my wrists and hands immediately, and it's a big bucket of suck. Not even a little bit of fun. Anyway, oh look, here comes a vehicle. Alright, well, I am gonna check in at the Yukon River, just a couple more miles away, and maybe there will be a potty. Yeah. In the distance, just off to the right here, that is the bridge over the Yukon. It's a little over 2,000 feet long. It's wooden decked, and it is super slippery when it's wet, because it's always got dirt on it. So when it's wet, it has mud on it. So a muddy wooden deck road, that just sounds like a nightmare to ride on. But because the sun always shines on Hawk Hagaback, I'm not having to deal with that at all. So we'll ride over there and check it out. This will be fun. It'll be a good ride. So there's the bridge, but I'm going to pull off over here to the little information station to see what I can see and learn something, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But here's a information station with I'm sure a very bored worker. And that is the wrong angle to park. Here we go. All right. Well, let's go get some information. Okay, so in that little hut, I met Dwayne at the Visitor Center for the Bureau of Land Management. And this bridge is 2,295 feet across the Yukon. It is the only bridge in the United States that crosses the Yukon. There's a fact for you. Now, Canada has 3 others that cross the Yukon, but this bridge is the only one in the U.S. And boy, going south, you have to go up. You're climbing maybe 100 feet or so. It's maybe a little more. Anyway, I can only imagine what this is like in bad weather, but have you met me? I don't see bad weather very often. I am so lucky. Oh, blessed, whatever you want to call it. Woo! Well, anyway, well, that was the bridge over the Yukon River, and I'm back in the gravel of the Dalton Highway. I'll check in a little bit later as I continue south under beautiful skies. So I just killed the third bird of the trip. The first one was a grouse. It was really big. The last two were like little sparrow-looking things, and they hear the motorcycle coming and they freak out and they take off from the brush, like 10 at a time, and they kind of scatter all around me. And this one freaking came right through here, hit me right in the chest, blasted its brains clean out. Anyway, more road construction. I guess that's what you want to call it. Whatever he's doing, I'm sure it's making things better. I don't know how, but it is making it. I don't know if you can see the motorcycle kind of sway into the music underneath me here, but woo, makes for a little excitement. So I try to follow the track of a vehicle that has gone ahead of me. This is a tandem track, so I'm in the right tandem of it. Requires a good bit of attention, so I'm not looking at the scenery or anything cool like that. I'm just kind of staring ahead and just killing birds. That's what I do now, apparently. I kill birds. Man, I know for my hunter friends are like, yeah, whatever, but man, I kind of feel bad about it. I really do. Anyway, almost back in civilization here, approaching Fairbanks. I'm actually in the county, I guess, but this little bit of construction, I've got about 20 more miles to go to downtown, but you know you're getting closer to civilization when your cell phone explodes and you get 2,700 messages and a couple of voicemails and all that just kind of all dumping on you all at once. That's great. Lets me know, hey, I'm near civilization, and people have not forgotten about me while I've been gone gallivanting for the last month and a half. So yeah, there's that. The other way you can kind of tell that you're nearing civilization is the cars get clean. Like this car in front of me, back home in Atlanta, that would be a filthy car. Here, that is almost pristine. That car is in great shape. My motorcycle looks like that big truck right there. It's disgusting. I cannot wait to get this thing clean. I am like, the odd couple. I'm the clean freak, and it's absolutely driven me bananas the past few days. And I'm dirty. I mean, my clothes are clean. I'm clean underneath my rain suit, or my riding suit, but my riding suit is filthy. So at this car wash, I'm gonna blast my rain suit and the motorcycle. So before I do anything else, before I go to the grocery store, before I take anything off, I'm just gonna give it a good hit. Anyway, most treacherous part of the ride right here. Huge gravel, huge hunks of gravel. This is awful, actually. Anyway, all right. I just want to show you the scenery in front of me. This beautiful mountain. I mean, I'm sure it was once a volcano based on the top. It's this side is blown away, but it's clearly a cone. Hey riders, thanks very much for watching that video in its entirety. If you would, click over here on the subscribe button, and then the button just to the right of it, that is the bell button, and if you press that, that lets YouTube know that you want to know what I've been up to on this particular channel. So every time I post something new, they'll alert you, and that's cool. Because if I'm just doing this for me, I'm not going to be doing this. So please subscribe, be aware, know what's going on. Also below, you're going to find my channels to my social media, like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that shizzle bedrizzle. You can sign up for those too. Stay alert, stay aware of what's going on. Also, I'm going to share the link to Motohawk.com. That's where you can go to make me be your ride guide to the southeast United States. If you're traveling in North Georgia, East Tennessee, Western North Carolina, Virginia, or West Virginia on 2 wheels, let me help you out. I've got 3 great books. They're available on the website, and there's some other cool information to share on the website too. All right, I hope that you really enjoyed the video. Be safe, ride smart, but have a great time.